What is happening, faithful? Welcome in. Welcome to Platform 246. Welcome to my shit dropping. How's everybody doing today? How was your Tuesday? How was your holiday? We got a couple of my folks already in the building. What's going on, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Please let me know that you can hear me in the comments. I appreciate it. Please hit the like button. Welcome again. Thank you for stepping up with us. If you are new, hit the subscribe button, unless you don't enjoy. I don't know why you wouldn't. But please hit the subscribe button unless you don't enjoy. Then don't hit it because I don't want you to subscribe and then unsubscribe and shit. But we have definitely some stuff to talk about today. But again, welcome to Platform 246. Let's fucking go, Big City. What's happening, dog? Everybody, please check out the poll question that we have today. I'm gonna start off with this, even though we have some changes in the building today, right? Some shit went down today in Ninerland. But I want to start with, of course, that. We've got superstars on our team, clearly. And then we have a quarterback controversy, too. So, Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, Brock Purdy. It's time. It's time to stake your claim. Put your flag in somebody, okay? Pause. And today is going to be a pause-heavy episode of Platform 246, 49ers Tuesday. 49 Tuesday is back. We were here last week. Hopefully you got a chance to come through. If you didn't, that's on you. I feel bad for you. It was fun. Today's going to be better because we have a whole lot of shit to talk about. So, Big City, what's happening? But please, everybody, check the poll question. Let us know who you is with. What the fuck? Who you is? Who you're with? Who your player is? You may support everybody. I support every single player on the 49ers. Every single quarterback, down to all of our kickers, Gonzalez and Moody, everybody, until they're gone. Until you show me that you can't play, or until you get naked. But hello, faithful. How are we all doing today? Let me get a sip of water. You don't want to take a breaks and shit. People start tripping. Big City says, I support all my quarterbacks. Purdy put up a great show. Salute. But I can't crown him Mr. Franchise after just 8 games. He has earned his spot, but I never got to see Trey do his best yet, and that's what this year is all about. Agreed, Big City. Jeff in the building. What's up, dog? Jeff saying what's up to Big City. It's all about Trey Day in the Bay. Trey Way. No, wait, I ain't going to give away mine yet. If you're not new to the channel, you already know who I'm behind. It's all about it's Trey Day in the Bay. Amen. Yee! Shout out to Kelts for that. Big C saying what's up to Jeff. Glad you're here to join us tonight. I'm glad you're all here to join us, including my man Romelo. What's up, Ro? Ro saying what's up to Big City. Everybody saying what's up to everybody. I would like to say Trey Lance given a chance to play. My man Jeff. So would I. I think most of us would. Please check the poll question. Answer the poll question for us. What the fuck is up, brother? Everybody saying hello. Big City on vacation. What's happening with that? Big City on vacation. Representing Trey area. Please, folks, hit the poll. The poll is there. It doesn't mean that you don't like, and that's what I think a lot of faithful need to understand. And it doesn't mean that we don't like the other player just because now some of you do. Some of you, that's exactly what it means, actually. But for the majority of the faithful, I believe that it doesn't, because you pick Brock Purdy over Trey Lance, it doesn't mean that you hate Trey Lance or that you're racist against black people. It doesn't necessarily mean that. And if you pick Trey Lance, doesn't mean that you're racist against Caucasian folks or that you hate Brock Purdy. You think that name is stupid. It doesn't mean any of that shit. It just means that you have a preference. Just like you have a preference in the opposite sex. Just like you have a preference in burgers versus hot dogs or sausage versus pepperoni. Whatever the fuck it is, Sprite versus Coke. You have a preference. That's all it is. It doesn't mean that you hate the other one. Now, I hate Coke and I love Sprite. Sprite may be one of the top 10 greatest things ever created by Jesus. But that doesn't mean I won't drink some Coke. You know what I'm saying? So while Big, you want vacation still doing the typing, you should be chilling right now. That's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to make him chill right now. Have a chill little hour in evening. Bro, that's what I'm going to try to do. Mel, what's happening, miss? How are you? You like them both. You got to do it, though. You have to do it. You have to make a decision, just like Denzel said in Training Day. Make a decision. Make a decision. That's it. Thank you so much for joining us. Everybody, please hit that like button. As Big City said, one of our mods here on Platform 246. So let's get into it. Now, sometimes when I shoot a video, like yesterday, I uploaded a video. I thought it was a pretty good video. Today, it's even more fitting than it was yesterday. We're about to get to it. I thought we were going to start off with Brock and Trey. Thank you. Sincerely. I thought we were going to start off with Brock and Trey, but we're not. We're going to get there, but we're not starting off there. No. We're going to go a little bit lower down the totem pole. About pelvis high is where we're going to go today to start 49ers Tuesday, because I got to see something on this Tuesday that I did not want to see. Courtesy of my kids. Shout out to my sons. I love you, boys. So in our DMs, and I work the DMs on Instagram with my sons because I'm cool like that. In the DMs, all of a sudden, I want to say one of them sent it first and wasn't me. My apologies. I'm hopping all around because I'm just mind flabbergasted right now of what we're about to talk about. Sometimes I smoke when I film a video, as I did yesterday. I didn't smoke during it though. I filmed and uploaded a video. Check that video out, please. It's down below at the videos. Not right now, because we're all streaming together right now. After. Check that video out, please. It was a question that even my oldest son this morning said, you don't have to put that, you shouldn't put that bad juju out there, Dad. He was not happy about it. Hello, Miss Christine. Miss Christine says, I love all the players on this team. We are locked and loaded. We have way too many fucking weapons for you and your team. But you're going to find that out coming September, all 31 other teams. And then we got a player who's already promised that he's going to make every team pay. All 31 of you motherfuckers are going to pay for not getting him and letting him come to us. Thankfully, that's what you did. That's going to take him a few years to do that, probably. But that's what he said. But Miss Christine, first of all, thank you. It's the first time I remember seeing you in the comments. And I'm getting old, so I apologize if you have been before, but welcome. Thank you for stepping up on platform 246 today. Please hit the like button if you don't mind. If you're new, anyone, subscribe to the channel, please. The season's coming, and we have a whole lot. You never know with our team what you may have to talk about, right? We all know that's just facts, right? So please hit the like button. I sincerely appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Welcome again. And he said, we have too many weapons not to win the Super Bowl. Amen, Christine. A freaking min. That includes at the tight end position. At the tight end position, we're locked and loaded. And what my video was about yesterday was, is this our A1 tight end, 1A tight end, all pro Kittle, right? Is this his last year with us? Now, didn't I smoke during that video? Because I just didn't have to. Right now, I definitely do. Because today, everybody say hello. Everybody, please say hello to everybody. You know how much I love that. Appreciate it. Big C said, I can't wait for the season to start. I seen a meme today that says 100 days. Just 100 days, folks. Start counting them down. And we're going to be here for everything. We stream every game live. Big City will tell you. I run through the whole game way better than Greg Papa does. Believe me. Greg Papa and Tim Ryan. My commentary is way better. It's actually funny. Everybody again saying hello. What up to Christine? Thanks for joining. I voted for Brock, but I really can't wait to see Trey Lance. Amen. And please vote for who you really feel. Vote for who you really feel. We got at least a good hour. Everybody saying hello. Well, Miss Christine, this is the first time you and I have got to be together. So please buckle up, miss, okay? And thank you. I'm glad you were able to find the channel. Hopefully you enjoy. Hopefully I'm able to entertain a little bit, give you some decent content. I the comments will be going up, and we do have a lot to talk about. I'm going to get to it. I'm gonna stop bullshitting, stop procrastinating. George, what the fuck is up, Loke? Don't you ever do this shit again. Today, faithful, I woke up. Well, by the time I got to work, I actually saw it. I got to work, and I got to see George Kittle's pelvis, his man crease. You ladies know what it is. You ladies like that, right? I don't. I got to see George's man crease today. George Kittle is naked for chubbies on IG, on the gram, on Instagram, hanging, swinging, and dangling. I think. I don't know. So we've all seen those movies where, like, you know, a man's naked right in the movie. They show you his ass or something like that. Or even sometimes on TV with the pineapple, Miss Christine. All he needed was a pineapple to cover. Well, that pineapples are pretty big, so I don't know. But look, so we've all seen those TV shows and movies where a man probably is wearing a sock, right? Covering up his junk. There was some epic producing or editing and shooting for sure, but I'm going to assume that George had to wear a sock, right? Now, it was probably an ankle sock. And I say that, extra pause on all this talk about George Kittle's penis today. Pause it, don't unpause it ever. Okay? He can't even grow. George, this is chest hair. This is real chest hair, George. Boom. Okay? That's man chest hair. George can't even barely grow chest hair, which made me think he might have had on an ankle sock today. But can any of us faithful, please, anybody tell me why George Kittle? We all saw Kevin Hart, right? And he said that the safe word was pineapples. Well, fuck. Not to George, apparently. Bring on the pineapples, right? To cover my junk. Why was George Kittle naked? We are happy about that. We're happy that James maybe is not necessarily right now in the poll. A lot of us are probably happy about that. Some of us may not be. Jeff's happy. What's up, Daniel? Evening. How are you doing? So, if you got a chance to see, what I actually said this was going to be was about George Kittle Superstar. And that's because yesterday George Kittle dropped another commercial. And this was a Spider-Man Sports Center commercial. Spider Center. Din-in-it. So, you know, George Kittle and the pretty little lady that was on there. And she was pretty too. That bitch was fine. But the lady that was on Sports Center, right? They had a battle of she was Gwen or whoever the fuck it is, and she was the girl Spidey girl, and he was Spider-Man. And George Kittle had a full head thing. He said it's one of one, custom. I'm positive of that. He also had a Spider-Man t-shirt on at that point in time. So George Kittle's everywhere. George Kittle's done Bussin' with the Boys. George Kittle has been all over your TV and your phone and your computer, your YouTubes, your Foxes, your CBS, your ESPN, your sport. George Kittle is everywhere. Now, George Kittle is kind of the face of our team, I think, right? And he's been for quite some time. He has an excellent personality. You know, he's really, really charismatic. Brock Purdy doesn't appear to like his personality too much. But those producers of Chubbies, and on top of all that, the name of that company is Chubbies. Really, George? How much did they pay you for that, George? That's what I want to know. You know, what did Claire, ain't your wife's name Claire? What did Claire think of that shit? Like, bro, you were naked on TV today, and it's all ablaze on Twitter. 49ers Twitter went up today. Okay? Because George Kittle got naked for cash. George Kittle is in, what's that movie? The stripper guys? I don't know. I didn't watch any of them. With my boy Channing. With Channing Tatum. George Kittle is now they made a black one, which was horrible. I didn't see that one either, but I just know it was horrible because it's a remake and it was all niggas in it. So, but they made a black one also. I'm sure that one sucked. What is the name of that movie, folks? Magic Mike. I got it first. Nobody helped me. Thank y'all. Magic Mike. George Kittle is Magic George. And besides any jokes that I could throw out about this, I really want to know what the faithful think about George Kittle, the superstar. Anybody watch it now, later, tomorrow, next week? If you watch this on the playback, still you can drop a comment. What do you all feel about that? Do you feel that takes away from anything that he's doing to get ready for football, which is really what my biggest concern is, not necessarily just seeing his man parts. seeing his swinger. I didn't want to see that today. I didn't really want to see him on that Spider-Man. And my sons love Spider-Man. So they thought that was just like probably epic, I'm sure. But I didn't want to see him on the Spider-Man commercial yesterday. But I saw him there. I didn't want to see him on this podcast, that podcast. I didn't want to see Deebo Samuel on Kevin Hart's little YouTube show. I'm selfish, I guess. I just want to be the only YouTuber. I want the 49ers to worry about football. That's what I would like. But instead, George Kittle is getting naked, getting down to his ass for some cash. And he's not hurting for money. And Kittle, baby, come back. I don't know the next part. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. That's what George was basically apparently saying to James, if you ask Ro. Those are Romelo's words, not mine. He thought he was in a birthday suit competition. Mel, apparently, yeah. Now, was he shredded up? I mean, hey, pause. Okay? Pause. My sons taught me that. And now they hate when I say it. My question about George is, if he has another 1,000-yard season, what is his worth? Just a first or like a first and a second? Let me know what you think, folks, because what I said is that we need to trade his ass now that he gets naked, now that he wants to be, with Keanu. Speaking of Keanu, the replacements, right? Keanu Reeves played the quarterback in the replacements. Maybe we just took George's replacement in the draft. Maybe they keep their clothes on. There you go. Some Mike movie. Christine, I am the biggest Kittle fan. I just sometimes disagree with some of the things he does off the field. Amen, Christine. Church, preach. Christine, I'm a man, clearly, right? So, but I just couldn't believe this is the first you've heard of it. Well, you know what, folks? You know what we're gonna do for you, Mel, because I love you, Mel. Let's all just get 30 seconds of amazingness together. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if boom. Well, there we go. All right, here we go. The world premiere. George Kittle, Chubbies, pineapples. That's all we need to say. Let's do it. No, not when it's muted.
These teaser video to get people hyped about my upcoming collection with them. But this, I absolutely cannot wear the clothing. So here I am promoting the clothing without wearing the clothing.
How are you promoting the clothing? Where is the fucking clothing at,
I don't
George?
know. I guess I don't want anyone to see my design.
Where is the clothing?
June. Doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me, but supposedly they're the marketing experts. Anywho, it's a super limited drop, and I'm going to be buying a bunch for me and all my buddies.
Super limited.
So sign up below to get alerts on all the drip. I mean drop.
Love you too. Expert placing and editing. Now, as a YouTuber.
Hey, I'm George Kittle. The people's tight end.
What's up, brother?
The guys over at Chubbies asked me to release a
Did you hear what he said?
To get people hyped about my.
He said the people's tight end. It's certainly the people's tight end. Now, I love you too, Mel. What is FYP? Remember, I'm old, Christine. FYP. What's FYP? Let me know, please. And it's yes, boom, Christine. He needs to stay healthy. Maybe he could be doing some extra squat thrusts right now. I don't know. Maybe right now is not the best time for him to be doing any squats. Actually, what the fuck am I looking at, George? Let's just
upcoming collection with them. But they said I absolutely cannot wear the clothing.
Bruh.
So here I am.
What are you doing,
promoting the clothing without wearing the clothing.
What are you doing? Look at the comment. Oh, look at my comment.
I don't know.
And look at Trey Lance's comment. Can you all see this, folks? Bare
doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me.
Only if you're having
supposedly
sex.
They're the
literally that's only for sex. Or if you had to run back to the couch when you're about to get in the shower. I do that every once in a while. And for some reason, I had to probably
get alerts on all the drip.
Look at my comment. There goes. I'm just lost right now. And then I said, my live stream is going to go up because this was not my intention.
I'm George Kittle.
My intention for today was simply to speak to us all about Spidey George. I got that video too if you want to. I mean, it's not, but no. Today George laid it all out on the table for us. He uncovered for us everything that he's been doing during the spring. And then he dropped this for us today. He and Chubby's. Why is the name of the company, the clothing company, Chubby's? Thank you, by the way, Jeff. Why is the name of the clothing company Chubby's when he's naked? Stop it, Ro. I will not read that. I will stop at the first part, though. I wouldn't doubt after the first half. I wouldn't doubt that. Him and his wife seem like they go hard. Pause. All right, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Spidey George? Oh, yes. Do you want me to bring that one up too? No, I mean, like, seriously, George Kittle yesterday, George Kittle did a commercial with old girl from, and she is fine too. Okay, I'm not even bullshitting. She's pretty cute. All right, but I don't know if I have the right video. I don't want to just put up something that boom, maybe this is it. Is this it? Let's see. No, that's not it. That's Trey. Sorry. My bad. So, like I said, not sure exactly where the video's at. And of course I probably didn't name it the right way. But yeah, he had oh, you know what I can do? It's not hard. We'll get it right now. Yeah, George Kittle did a nice video on Sports Center where they were basically promoting the new Spider-Man movie, which comes out in just 2 days. Ask my youngest son. It comes out in just 2 days. So they're promoting that video, right? And bow. There we go. Let's see. Let's get this up. Give me just 10 seconds, maybe, folks. Pause that right there. And not that kind of pause. I'm pausing the video before I get into it. All right. So, yeah, George Kittle. He does he needs to focus on his craft. He's not even the best at his position, nor the healthiest. Ouch. I think he still is the best, Big City, for me. He's the best. But he's definitely not the healthiest. And so Georgie turns 30 also in October 9th, the day after the Texas game, which he better score 2 touchdowns in now that his penis is out. The day after the Texas game, George turns 30. Now, Kelsey is 33, but they play 2 different types of football. George is very physical. George is the best blocking tight end, one of ever, I think. And he doesn't, avoid tackles like Kelsey's punk ass does, right? So he's also, been injured. He got a lot of hospital balls in the past. His body has taken some damage. So we want to preserve George on our team for as long as he's on our team, as best as he can be on our team. Taking the time to go on every YouTube podcast except for mine that exists. Taking the time to go to WrestleMania and get in the ring at WrestleMania. And if you're not new to the channel, or if you are new to the channel, you're going to find out quick. I love me some wrestling. We cover wrestling on the channel. We were covering WrestleMania when George Kittle was clotheslining The Miz live. We were live streaming it. If you didn't go onto Sports Center and shoot this commercial, if you didn't take your wiener out today, okay, if you didn't do that, then, yeah, he's a major fan of Spider-Man, apparently, is George. All right, so let's see. Hopefully it's playing. Let's go.
Welcome back to Sports Center. Here with George Kittle, and George, pretty big Spider-Man fan.
Ashley, I'm the #1 Spider-Man fan.
Well, you're not the only one.
Well, I am the only one who wears a Spider-Man t-shirt at all times.
Oh, you sure are.
Custom, 1 of 1.
That's cute, Spider-Man bun, but I'm the host of
Spider-Man
Spider
bun.
Center.
That was so cute.
This is Spider
so
Center.
Na.
Spider-Man,
Shut the fuck up, George. What are you doing, bruh? Bruh, come on, bruh. Trey needs a chance, and he needs you. He has not played with you yet, Loke. He has not played with you yet, George. We understand you're a big fan of Spider-Man. I understand you're a big fan of the WWE. So am I, and have been since I was 4. I am a big fan of the 49ers since I was 7. I'm 41, George. That's a long time. I'm obsessed about the 49ers. I started a YouTube channel because of them. I want to win, George. I want 6. I want my kids to get to see a Super Bowl. We have not won the Super Bowl since I was 12, George. I don't know if you were alive when we won the Super Bowl, George. Barely. You were like 1 year old, bro. We need another one. What we don't need is your penis out in a Chubby's commercial. Oh, yes, and this is and by the way, you won't allow this. There's only 3 people that allow anything on this channel. Steve-O, but anybody is welcome at any time. I just got so caught up. My apologies. Steve-O, thank you for that. And welcome. Steve-O, did I make you a mod yet? I don't know if I did. Rose says, from what I saw, God damn it. Ro, stop it. Steve-O says, send me the link. I won't allow this. Mel says, I love it. I love that you just go with the flow. Grace, I try. Thank you so much. He needs to get his head in the game. EA Sports is in the game. Fucking George. It's not on. You're on Fox, George. You play on Fox, bruh. Occasionally on ESPN, you play. Thursday nights, Monday nighters. Or Thursdays come on Netflix now or whatever the fuck, right? Boom, the link is there. If anyone would like to come on and let your thoughts be heard, 2 minutes. It's the 2-minute warning. We want to make sure anybody else gets a chance. You know, some of us I understand, believe me. So the link is in the chat. It is a call-in show. Really, we're always interactive, but today I wanted to hear from you all, and not just reading, but hear from you. So you can come on with your face off. It's okay, ninja style. It's no problem. But let us know how you feel. Big C says George can't take over the games the same way Kelsey can. The closest thing I've seen him do that is in the Saints game back in 2009, right? Romello bringing out our old school words. He's a buster. I won't call him a buster. Maybe he's a custer. But no, he just needs to get his head in the game, like Christine said. If he can start, he's like literally a fucking superstar. So my question really is this his last year? And I want to ask all of you, please drop it in the comments for us or come on and let us know. Is this his last year with us possibly? My man David McNiner, another 49ers kind of content creator. Shout out to you, David. What's up, brother? He said in the comments of the video that we dropped yesterday that George's contract is up after 2025. He thinks that George gets traded after this season. Oh, Big City, you watch too much motherfucking No Jumper like me. Custer on 55th. It's gonna keep it between us. Steve says, spell my name right, like spell Trey right. Oh God. Y'all, please don't fight. No to what, Miss Mill? Word up, word life. Okay, McNiner is cool. I love McNiner. Pause on that. Okay, Mel says I think he will retire with us. We're gonna bring on another right now, 49 minor niner. Boom. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm excellent, brother. How you doing, Simo?
I'm all right.
What's your thoughts, man?
I mean, this is football. Like, what's he doing in a Chubby's commercial? I mean, it doesn't add up. It just doesn't make any sense.
Do you agree with that, Faithful? This is football. What is he doing with his chubby out in a Chubby's commercial? Why did he do that? How much money do you think he got paid for that? How much money did he got?
How much money?
6 figures? Mid 6
Probably.
figures? 500?
Today, anybody who shows their bits and pieces sure gets a lot of money.
He showed his
sellout.
Kittles and bits. His Kittles and bits. He showed his Kittles and bits today to us. You're right. He showed his bits and pieces. So you think he's a sellout?
Yeah.
What about the fucking
I mean,
sports?
are you a football player or are you a stripper?
Boom. Uh-oh. Are you a football player or are you a fucking stripper, George? Which one is it? Is it Magic George or is it Touchdown George?
Exactly.
What do you think about the Spider-Man commercial?
That was really weird.
You think the commercial was weird?
Yeah.
Did you like his custom mask? His one of one custom mask?
Not really. I mean, what's he trying to show with that?
I think he's just trying to show that he's a big Spider-Man fan and that he's famous. Who in the comments, and I want to ask you too, Jeff.
But who doesn't know that?
Apparently a lot of us, or he's going to find out, whoever doesn't. Who just thinks that George Kittle just loves attention or loves being famous? And I can't dispute. I would love it. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would love being famous. I would love being more well off. What do you think he has just an issue with fame? Absolutely, she does.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he has an issue with fame. I think it's more of an obsession than anything else.
Maybe when he came from small Midwest town, and now he lives in the Bay. Yee!
Now it's just coming to his. Now it's just going to his head, I think.
Last question for you: do you think he can get his head wrapped around and on the right level in time for training camp, which is like, I don't know, 7 weeks away? Or does he have a couple more commercials or podcasts to do in the meantime? What do you think?
I think he's going to do a couple more commercials. He can't get enough of the spotlight. And I think it all started with when he sang that song in the awards.
Jeff, I couldn't ask you for better. On the way out, Jeff with the truth bomb brings up one I forgot. Who saw George in that pretty burgundy suit at the motherfucking awards, singing his ass off? Oh. Yep. All right. So, man, thank you so much, bro, for coming in. Appreciate you. Hope you're feeling well. Please stay around in the comments. Sincerely appreciate you, dog. And be safe, all right?
Definitely. You too.
Whoo, George. In the building. And thank you, Mel trying to earn a what's it called? A wrench. Mel trying to come up off a wrench. Mod style. Trey Lance is in the lead right now, folks. If you don't know what that means, look below, likely, right? It's probably as soon as you came in. Irritating as fuck, isn't it? When those polls pop up when you're on your phone and you just wanted to go to the comments in the video, but the blue poll is right in the middle in a way, huh? I hate that shit. Check the poll out for me, please. Sincerely appreciate it. Trey, way or no way, or Brock Sturdy Purdy? Which one do you choose? We love them both. Trey, we think he can maybe play. He sure plays good on Madden. I'll tell you that much. And then we saw 8 games of fury from Brock Purdy, right? He looked like Brock Lesnar during that 8-game period, right? We all until his wing got clipped, until he chipped his wing. Until then, he looked like Brock Lesnar. So we love them both, but just like Sprite and Coke, you know you have a favorite. You know you have one you're pulling for a little bit more. The one, if it's your last dollar that you slide it to, right? Which one do you choose? Hit the poll for me. Let me know. In the build, my man jumped in the building. Hold up. Now he just jumped out. Now I ain't gonna even put him on blast. Little Spongy, yo, yes sir. Little Spongy is 12, folks. Jaron, preach. Hopefully I said your name correctly. And folks, if you are new, welcome to Platform 246. Thank you for stepping up. We spent the first 35 minutes on George Kittle's penis. Super pause. Pause forever. I can't even unpause. I'm just stuck. Bam. I'm stuck now. Okay. We spent the first half of this on George. He's a superstar now, singing at the ESPYs or whatever the fuck. The singing at the NFL honors. Wrestle fucking mania. Something I've been watching since I was 5 years old. And now George is there. Spider-Man commercial with that fine broad on ESPN. Pineapples Kevin Hart said pineapples was a safe word. That means stop, cease, negative, cut, out of there. That's what pineapples usually means. But today, pineapples means George Kittle's pelvis. That's what it means today. Please let us know who you got. Trey's QB1. Jaron is putting it out to Tony. What's up to Tony? Please subscribe to Tony Cope's channel. She does excellent videos. She does the ladies of the empire, Lady Faithful, Lady Niners, all that. The Lady Roundtable. It is coming up. The first one was good. Don't miss her second one. The second Ladies of the Roundtable is coming up. So, Ladies of the Niners. Subscribe to Tony Cope, please. How you doing, Miss Tony? Listen to the mod. Everybody, please say hello to Jaron. I think this is the first time I remember seeing you in the comments specifically. If you have been before, my apologies. I'm getting old. But hello to you. Hello, Faithful. Just had to get a sip of water, you know. Pardon me. All right. So, everybody saying what's up? Uh-oh. You know what's in the building. Spongy, what's happening? Yes, sir. Give me one, Spongy. Before you say anything else, give me one right now, Spongy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There you go. Get rid of that goddamn profile picture right now, Spongy. What's up, Spongy? Spongy is our 12-year-old Philadelphia Eagles super fan and superstar of the channel. He's one of our good guys. How'd you feel about Kittle's pelvis today?
No, last night we sadly lost a member of the Hardcore Sports Network. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, yes. By the way, I want to say that really quickly. We lost a member of a sports network that I'm a part of, and that means YouTubers. He's a Giants fan. So, man, salute to you. Rest in peace, brother. Definitely will be missed. And prayers out to his family. Thank you for bringing that up, Spongy.
I'm lagging.
Are you lagging? I might be lagging even. Who knows? Y'all stay with us. We ain't going nowhere. We're here. I will reset this whole shit just to stay with y'all. Big C saying he's glad Spongy's here. Bryant saying what's up to everyone. Jaron, yes, he is. Kittle is a media dark. Now, I think every team needs, at least every team that has stars like we have. We have stars. Spongy, let me see. Let me get you out for a minute, Spongy. Come back, Spongy. Reset and come back. Bow. Okay, so Kittle is a media darling. We all got a chance to see his man crease. You know, the ladies usually love that. I did not today, but we all saw Kittle's man crease, right? His lack of chest, as I said earlier in the stream, Kittle, that's chest hair, Loke. That's man chest hair. Boom. Okay. He had the peach fuzz on his chest, matching his skin. Let's get off. It's time, Mel. You're right. Let's get to the quarterbacks. Everyone, please hit the like button. As Big C said, Kittle is a goofball. Bryant the GOAT. Kittle loves the limelight. And Mel, you just earned it. Tweet it to me on Twitter. All right. Exactly how to get your you know what I'm saying, your YouTube stuff up so I can give you the wrench. You definitely earned the wrench today. And you just saved us from any more talk about the fact that George Kittle, you know he was wearing an ankle sock today. If he was covering up with a sock like they do on TV, like they used to do when I was a kid, when I learned about softcore porn, that it was an ankle sock. It wasn't like it was a calf sock. I would probably be using at least a 3/4 sock. Kittle was using Kittle to the Raiders for a first. Well, let's talk about more football. Everybody saying hello. My apologies, we're getting behind. Carcast in the building, my man. What's up, sir? And folks, if you didn't know, you know now. This is an interactive show. If you have something that you have to say, you can come say it. Just like you just saw Spongy try to do. Okay. Bro, Kittle will score a touchdown in the end zone. Nope, stop it. No, bro. He's not T.O. Carcast, what's happening? Low, what's happening? Spongy said he'll come back in a bit. In the meantime, Bryant, what's good? What's up, Low?
Hey, thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure. How are you feeling?
Well, I'm actually really excited. Just seeing you were going live. I usually have my notifications on for you, but I was listening to another channel, and sometimes you just got to jump around a little bit. Not that no one's putting out the best content or greatest. It's sometimes you just have to move to a different channel, because you've either heard that conversation or you just don't agree, and sometimes instead of just sitting there, you got to move around. And I appreciate you going live right now because your question is it Brock Purdy or Trey Lance? What's your question, Lauren?
That is
Lawrence?
my question, bro. Bryant, that is it. And thank you so much again, bro, for stepping up with us, for coming on to the channel. Sincerely appreciate it. And that's my question to you and to all the faithful. I know you have a favorite, Sprite or Coke. I fucks with the Sprite, okay? But I will drink Coke. Like Sprite is like a top 10 thing Jesus ever made, in my opinion. Okay, and two of those things are my kids. And one of them is the 49ers. So it's not a whole lot left. So I love Sprite. But I'll drink Coke too, right? So which one are you picking?
So if I got an option, right? Are we talking like a fountain soda? Or are we talking about soda in a bottle, soda in a glass, a can? Because that's all a different conversation. But if you ever get to go up to like a fountain machine and you get the opportunity to take and put a little bit of Coke in your cup and a little bit of Pepsi, I like to do it like that because sometimes Coke is a little hot to your throat. Pepsi is
Yep.
sometimes just a little too sweet. So when you mix it, I mean, I'm just saying that's when I get up there, I'm not trying to put 50 different flavors in my soda cup, but if I put Pepsi and Coke in my cup, it tastes pretty good. So I recommend it to everybody.
Well, there you go, folks. You got a little extra sprinkle, a little extra tidbit there for you right there on your drink style. Now, speaking of that, I'm just talking straight up. You got a choice. If I have a choice, I'm going to go get the McDonald's Sprite out the fucking thing. There's nothing that tastes better than that, in my opinion, on God's green earth. But can bottle all that healthy. That's what it is. Healthy, completely healthy, and at the top of their game. Who do you choose? Who's going to throw to CMC, Mitchell, JP Mason, hand off to him, whatever it may be, fake and run a reverse up the sideline for 60, whatever it is.
Okay, so healthy, right? That's one thing that we both want to see. I want to see the 49ers healthy, and Brock Purdy and Trey Lance. So this is going to be one of those dance around questions because honestly, if Trey Lance is healthy, he has the athleticism, he has the ability to really, really potentially be one of those superstar quarterbacks, right? But nobody guessed that about Joe Montana. Nobody guessed that about like other quarterbacks out there in the league. So let's pump the brakes just for a second and let's just look at like right now he has a limited amount of starts and reps. So for you or me to say let's give the guy a Super Bowl roster, unless he's showing it in camp 100% that he's blowing everybody out the door and he's the most confident and most mature guy out there, then yeah, let's roll with him. But at this point, I got to be truly honest with you. With Brock Purdy having the amount of starts that he's had in college, in high school, and now his 8, games, if he's healthy, I think the Niners are probably right now are better underneath his helm for the mental aspect, the moments and thinking like we've already been here with this guy. We already can do it. We have this belief. Where Trey has to really come in and probably win over the locker room, win over the coaches. He has to win over the fans. There's a lot of people that's cheering for Lance, and I'm one of them. I want to see the guy do better. I want to see him, start and compete. And when we had the opportunity to draft him, I was talking to fellow friends and saying Trey Lance, 1 interception, like 49 touchdowns, 48 touchdowns. This guy is going to be good, right? But I didn't understand the amount of he hasn't had the amount of playing. He doesn't have the center reps. He's a very phenomenal athlete, great guy, very great guy. I believe he can do great things. So, like, I was really hoping like the Niners would have won the Super Bowl a couple years ago with Jimmy Garoppolo, and we could have turned the team over to Trey, and everybody could take a deep breath and say, "Hey, we've won the Super Bowl already. Let's see what this kid can do now." Right? We know he's got a big arm. He's got a little bit of work to do. Like, yeah, we all know he can have touch on the ball. We all know he can do a little bit better with his spirals, but he's been working at it. He's been doing it, and you can show that the guy's a grinder. So that's all stuff to believe in the guy. That's confidence and knowing, hey, we can move forward with this guy. But to be honest with you right now, if I had $1 left in my pocket, Lawrence, am I betting on Trey Lance or Brock Purdy to win us a game? I would try to rip it in half and put it on both of the guys, but I don't think that's going to work. I think, depending on the game, either quarterback could come out and win the game. But just with what Brock Purdy's shown in the past, I think he gets the nod. But I want to throw a wrench at you. I kind of want to ask you this. What about Sam Darnold? He's been in the league for a long time. He's played quarterback for many years, and he's been on different teams. He's got to see different defenses. He's now probably in the best position of his life with the type of offensive weapons he has, the coaches, even the fan base is probably the best that he's ever. He was a Jet and a Panther. I mean, like those fan bases. Hey, shout out to you if you root for him, but we're the faithful.
No
So
one
I
like
mean,
us.
he's probably got more support than he's ever had in his life. And then he's got CMC, and he's also got Wilkes. He knows people in the locker room now, so he's not uncomfortable. And I think if he has to play a game, I really truly believe this guy can do it too. Yeah, I know he's has some ghost seeing issues, and I know he's got some fumbling issues, but I think if you go back in time, Kyle Shanahan, our coach, wanted to try to draft him. He wanted him back as a USC quarterback. Then we tried to trade for him when he was a Jet. We offered a first-round pick for this guy before he went to the Panthers. So there's something in Kyle's head that says this guy's a winner, and I can do something with him. So as long as he doesn't turn out to be like a Brian Hoyer, I mean, I think the Niners are going to do really good with any quarterback right now. And then Brandon Allen, I'm sorry to go way off the wheels right now with you, but Brandon Allen's the only one that's like managing the offense. And, he went 7 for 7 in OTAs, and the dude's like 30 years old. He backed up Burrow from the Cincinnati Bengals. So, he's got to have at least something in his head where he's confident. So if we can stash him as our practice squad quarterback, man, we're looking really good.
Man, first of all, Brian, thank you for dropping them. Look at Brian with the sexy dad knowledge right there. This man not only is a 49ers content creator, a father, a husband, he cooks. This man is Bryant Ramsey right here. Y'all didn't even know that. You just learned something. If you didn't know, you know now. All right. So, Brian, thank you for that, man. All right. I'm answering your question right now. Thank you so much for just stepping up and jumping on with me. All right. I'm gonna see if Little Spongy can get back in. Thank you, bro. I'm gonna get right with your answer right now. Don't be mad at me.
No, if you want me to drop out, I can drop out. I'm in the chat. Tony and me are both
Please.
listening. I just have to call in.
You and the wife. Yes, we just want to see if because I don't want the stream to fucking fall out. I know y'all be doing the 9 streamers and stuff like that. My internet is not strong enough, bro. So I just want to make sure that it's all good, that we stay straight. So I'm trying to keep one person on at a time. That's it. But
no worries. No worries. Yeah, if you send out the bat signal in the chat and you want me to come back on, I'll be here. But dude, appreciate you letting me come up to the platform. And just my humble opinion, I think the Niners can win with any quarterback we have current on the roster. So thank you again, and I'll be in the chat.
Thank you, Brian, man. He is an excellent, first of all, not only obviously commenter, chiller on your shit, right? He is a content creator himself. So please subscribe to him. Subscribe to his wife. David McNiner's in the building. He makes Little Spongy. Subscribe to Little Spongy, okay? And if you don't know, this is why. Boom. What's up, Spongy?
Not again.
Oh, real quick, bro. Okay, now and he changed his picture for me. I appreciate you, Spongy. So I want to answer the question real fast. Sam Darnold gets no play in this car. Hell no for Samuel. That's what I say. Okay. Yeah. So Kyle is like a 96%. Okay. In your Maddens or your NBA 2K, he's 90. He's not 100. Your WWE fucking game. He's not 100. There's no hundreds. Just like Roman Reigns, Kobe, the legend Kobe, Jordan, Braun. There's no hundreds. Right. It's just 99. Kyle's a 96. And he can still fuck up. And, so if he thinks that Sam Darnold is worth a first-round motherfucking pick, cover your ears, Spongy. Close your ears right now. If he thinks that Sam Darnold is worth a fucking first-round pick, it's the same thing as him sitting in the front row of them Warriors games and throwing footballs from his fucking patio across the street to somebody else's. That was legendary. But still, no. Sam Darnold and then Ryan Reynolds or Kelly Allen or whatever the fuck that guy's name is from Cincinnati. No. Please don't let them see the field. I only want 5, which we are 5 likes away from 20. Butterfly said 5, or what's Brock's number again? Get son of a bitch. 12. What is it? What 12? 5 or 12? 5 or 12. Former 14. Tony Cope says she wants to see more of Trey. Get back in here, Spongy. But the articles I'm reading, it seems like Lance is not being rushed back out there. Maybe they're doing that secret recipe with Trey. They're marinating. Maybe they're just letting him marinate. I don't know. They're cooking. Maybe Kyle's just cooking. What do you think, Spongy? What you got to say, bro?
Brandon Allen is, I think he can show flashes like he did in the OTAs for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he'll be on your team this year. I think somebody will pick him up as a backup.
And who was that? What's his name? Samuel? You talking about?
Brandon
Or Trey
Allen.
or
Brandon Allen.
So Spongy doesn't think it's believe me. He knows this. He knows his baseball and basketball too. All Philly sports. So you think that he's going to be off our team, basically? I would like to just keep everybody because Spongy, as you know, in the NFC Championship game last year, we basically used 8 quarterbacks, right?
Yes,
so
you did. And one of them being
in
Christian
game.
McCaffrey. And one of them being Christian McCaffrey.
Correct. We were all live together.
Y'all want that picture again?
No, I don't. Thank you very much. Stop. I'm about to kick you off. Your 2 minutes is almost up that fast, Spongy. Yes, we need all of our quarterbacks. So I would like to keep Brandon Allen. Do any of y'all think that we keep all 4 people that we have on the squad right now? Is really my question. Spongy, how much are we going to beat you by?
0. You're not going to beat us.
We're going to beat your ass. We are going to make it bad for those. What are you going to be 13 by then?
Yeah.
We're gonna make it bad for your teams are gonna start in hell, Spongy. We are gonna mud stomp you guys. We're gonna send your players to that jail that's below the stadium. Do you know there's a jail below the stadium, Spongy?
The other way around. I think it's gonna be the other way around.
Nope, you guys, Spongy's breaking up. All right, Spongy. Thank you, brother. Love you. Bro. He's 12, folks. You better yes, sir. Brian Hoyer equals bench warmer. Amen. Please, folks, if you're new to the channel, if you're enjoying, subscribe. We definitely gonna be here every Tuesday, but we live stream every 49ers game. I do shorts. I do shorts fucking form, as they say, videos. Right? We try to do it all. Try to give y'all some content, and it's usually about the Niners. But this is a Niner, Laker, Dodger, Buckeye wrestling house. You see that 5? You see the 5? Niners, Lakers, Dodgers, Buckeyes wrestling. We can still all love though. If you're not lucky enough to be on all 5, don't unsubscribe. The Warrior fans, there's a lot of us. We had a tough last month and a half. Us Niner Warrior content creators, Lakers. It was tough. We are stacked, but platform at quarterback, we're going to as long as we have the quarterback's healthy, one of those 2, in my opinion. I don't think Sam can. I think Kyle can get us like a 10-7 with Sam. What's the record you all feel? Sam Darnold starting all 17 games. What is the record? Sam and Kyle, I should say. And please hit the poll question if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I sincerely appreciate it. Want to push to 800 subscribers. We're like at 720. We're going to get there. But y'all can help us get there. And boom, hit the like button too. So, but we talked so far about Kittle. His wang dang doodle. And now we're really pretty much on the quarterback. There hasn't been too much OTA news that's come out and shit. Unless any of you have, maybe seen, some of you have maybe seen your favorite person from OTAs. Mine so far, again, I said Ohio State, right? Number 4, Ohio State. He came from Michigan. Now, Ambry Thomas has been literal squat. But Ronnie Bell, they say, has looked, and all the highlights that I see, and he looks like a player. So my favorite player so far from perform from OTAs has been Ronnie Bell. who are all of your favorite players, or some of your favorite players that you think have stood out? Maybe drop a player that you think might make the team unexpectedly. But there's not a whole lot of OTA shit coming out right now. I believe we're about to break as well shortly. The team as a whole. Kyle keeps putting out the 40 days. My heart's gonna, it's just gonna break. My heart when that 40 days comes, boom, just like that. I'm gonna die. When the other day when Kyle Shanahan did the press conference and shit, when OTAs really first started, I damn near had my own chubby because that meant football was back, like really back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even bullshitting. I double taked on my phone when I just looked and they was coming up. Kyle Shanahan at the fucking press table. What? Oh, it's real. And it's real when my man Carcast comes in the building. Another young Niner legend. What's happening, Carcast?
What's good,
been,
Lawrence? How's it going? Man, I've just been busy with I've just been busy with school and stuff. Trying to get back to the YouTube. What's up?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Great to see you. Glad you stepping up. Thank you so much, bro. What's on your mind about the OTAs, about the quarterback competition? Let's just keep with the quarterback. Who is your choice? What are your thoughts on the quarterback battle, which is the thing that's going to hang over our head until really probably all year?
Yep. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. First and foremost, looking back into OTAs, I feel like some of my standout guys was Daryl Luther. I really like that guy, man. Was he a late round pick? I like him. He's a lengthy corner, long arms. There was a play where he was covering Danny Gray up the sideline, and then Sam Darnold threw it. It was a late decision, and it was a beautiful pass breakup toward the sideline, deep down the field. He had 2 pass breakups actually in OTA, so I really like him. I think he's going to turn out into a star, man. I really like him. And also, who's the other guy? I want Trey Lance, man. 12 of 17 in OTAs, really good. Sam Darnold obviously fumbled a snap, so that was a bit concerning. But yeah, man, it's frustrating, man. Then we've obviously got Brandon Allen as our he's gonna be on the practice squad on game days, but we've got him as well, so we'll see how he pans out. But yeah, man, I'm just excited for Trey Lance, man. He's got all the intangibles to be a franchise quarterback. He's working. I've been watching a lot of videos, man. This guy's improved with his throwing mechanics. He's become less of an arm-based thrower from what I've seen. He's using more of his lower body. He's using more of his legs, more of his base, which, he's getting more on his throws. He's not zipping it like 90 miles an hour on checkdowns. Right pace, right timing. He's improving, man. I really like what he's doing during OTAs. He's obviously going to go work out George Kittle and Titan University. He's been working with Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, 2 of the best quarterbacks in NFL right now. So yeah, I'm just excited, man, for this guy. He's gone through a lot of animosity, man, but yeah, I'm just excited to see what he can put on the football field. So yeah, man, let's go. Trey area finally back. We'll see how he does. Mini camp, like 2 weeks, I think, something like that. So we'll see, man. One thing that actually concerned me was Deebo Samuel not showing up to OTAs as he's one of the leaders, man. Like, I want to see this guy step up. Ever since he got paid, I don't know, man. He's just not been the same Deebo. He's not been the 2020 Deebo he was with, this 300 plus rushing yards and then putting ginormous numbers on the ground. And he went to the Pro Bowl, considered an all-pro wide receiver. He was up there with the Cooper Kupps, but he's fell off, man. So I want to see Deebo make a huge jump next year, along with Brandon Ayuk. I want to see, third down Jawan, coming back on a 1-year deal. I like our wide receivers right now, man. But, I feel like Deebo's going to step it up, man. He's been working out Barkley, DeAndre Hopkins. People have been talking about D-Hop coming to the Niners. I'm like, bullshit, man. He's not coming to the Niners. It's no possibility. Nope. We don't need a wide receiver. We don't want to take his dead cap money or whatever. I don't want to deal with his situation or whatever. He's injury prone. He's been injured. He's getting up there in age. You know, Jawan Jennings, he's back for a reason, and I feel like the one wide receiver who's going to be let go if D-Hop does come is Jawan Jennings. But
Yep.
we don't need another receiver, man. We've got to spread the ball around to Ayuk, Debo. You know, if Debo doesn't come 20 pounds overweight again at the training camp, I think this guy can make a huge leap next year. So I'm excited, man.
Church on every damn thing that you say. Just, folks, if you didn't know, you know now. Cardcast has a YouTube channel. Please, after the stream, or if you can multitask, whatever the case is, subscribe to my man Cardcast. Cardcast, excellent commentary, brother. I appreciate you, man. I'm very glad that you're back. That's what I'm excited for, Cass. Is that you're back, my man. Back and
Hey, I
better
appreciate it, man.
better than ever, or back like you never left, my man. And very well, just like you just said, I agree with everything, basically. Really quick, so Big City, which Seahawks game do you see Niners losing or Niners eating that turkey leg on the 50-yard line? Hell yes, we are, Tony. And Christine agrees with you. She says, deep, and what do y'all think about Debo? We could do a whole fucking show on Debo. Not happy that he did not come to OTAs. Myself personally, he can hang out with down in Arizona all he wants to. But it seems like he has been a little bit different since the time he was in the club saying. Since he was in the club doing that, he has not been the same, in my opinion. I don't know what you faithful think. We do know what Cardcast thinks now. And Cardcast, thank you for stepping up, bro. I'm sure you already hit the like button because you're a creator. Please hang out with us. We might not be here that much.
For sure, man. I appreciate it.
Got some stuff to do, but thank you so much, bro. Be safe and get back on with me soon, man. Or I'll come up and jump on your stuff. Just let me know. All right?
Got you, man. Got you. Keep doing your thing, man. Everyone subscribe, like the platform 246. Great content creator, knows his football. Appreciate it, man. Once again, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely, bro. Thank you so much. My man Cardcast in the building. Good to see you, man. He's also young and wild and free. Yeah, but he knows his football, as you can see, and his voice is all deep and shit, deeper since the last time I got to hear with him. Check him out though. Check out his channel. Christine again. She says I agree with the statement. Debo has not been the same, y'all. He really hasn't. And then Brian says he has us. Oh, Brian, no, we are not losing all in that to that AFC Central North. We cannot start 0-1, Brian, because you know what, Brian? We know who 98%, even if he doesn't look the best, is starting that game. Trey way or no way. My personal choice for, if you didn't know, you know now. Now you do. My personal choice, who I would, if all things even, I would choose to be the leader of this team. I almost shed a tear right when he got drafted, right as he got drafted. Right now, again, I told you earlier, OH, screw the blue. This is a Buckeye house, right? So when this kid named Justin Fields was coming out, and John and Kyle, all of a sudden, Master Splinter was in the second position, the pole position and shit, right? What was it? Third. Excuse me, third. Master Splinter goes up to number 3 in the draft out of nowhere. I'm like, oh shit. He's not going to take Mac Jones. We're going to get Justin Fields. He went to Ohio State, and now he's about to be my quarterback. Oh shit. But then something told me, I saw that picture of Kyle smiling and Justin Smith, shout out to the Cowboy, perform. Justin Fields still pissed that we didn't take him. But then they get this little cat, this big little cat named Trey, starts to creeping and crawling, still balling in the mix. It's that 6'6" long. If you know the words to that song, drop them in the comments. That's all I'm gonna give you. Big little guy, right out of nowhere. Oh, maybe it's going to be him. Guess what my son's name is if you're new in the comments? Trey. Only we spell it right. We don't put a Y on it. T-R-E. He also appears on the channel with me, him and my baby son, Damien. Neither one of them are babies, 19 and 17, but they'll always be my babies. They're also 6'5" and 6'1". I'm 5'10". But Trey, my oldest son, his name is not even Trey, it's Lawrence, just like me. but he's the third Lawrence. I'm a junior. So I've never called him Lawrence, maybe twice in his entire life. His name is Trey, right? Trey. People still ask, why do you call him Trey? I just look at him. When they know his name is Lawrence and the Lawrence the third, they ask, why do you call him Trey? I just look at him. But his name is Trey. We drafted Trey. It's by osmosis, photosynthesis, magic, all that. Hogwarts. He's supposed to be here. Then, shout to Ninja Turtles, Bebop, all that stuff. Yep, shout to Ninja Turtles. Shout to the 80s babies. He's supposed to be here, I thought. Then Kyle thought he was Cam Newton. Kyle thought he was Cam Newton, 5'7". I'm not. Again, I'm only a little bit more than you, bro. My sons now they're gonna make you look bad, Brian. My sons because they make me look bad. Again, 6'1" and 6'5" at 18 and 4/5 and 17. Seahawks winning at home. I think we will lose the Seahawk game. I do. Dutch are the tallest nation. Shout out to the Dutch bros, and Dutch coffee. All that. Shout out to you. So, folks, again, my choice is Trey. And to end tonight, really, like I said, Trey way or no way. We drafted him, and a lot of 49ers fans, for whatever reasons, not wanting Trey to even be in Santa Clara. A lot of 49ers fans maybe forget that Kyle, before drafting him, literally said, or maybe it was after, again, I'm getting old, this is his prototypical quarterback, was Trey Lance. His dream quarterback is basically Trey Lance. He said that. Now, yes, he wanted Sam Darnold for a first. Jesus Christ. Cocaina. Yes, he wanted Sam Darnold for a first. Yes, Kirk Cousins is James to George. Right? It's Kirk Cousins, apparently. Yes, he had Matt Ryan, but he said his prototypical quarterback is basically someone just like Trey. Thank you so much, Brian. We try. I try. Carcast says, I say our third linebacker is going to be Marcelino McCray-Ball. I actually agree. I think he's going to be our third linebacker. He's not going to get a lot of time on the field, I think, because I think that Mr. Wilkes, Coach Wilkes, is going to run probably even more of a nickel than we already run. You know, that's why we got the guy out of Atlanta. We wanted to get the best nickel in the league, and we did it. Well, all right, OG, I hope so. But I think we're going to run a lot of three cornerback, so. But when those downs where we need an extra big body, I think he will be in there. But we have so many linebackers. Really, our safeties play linebacker. We know Talanoa plays all-pro Talanoa. He plays linebacker often. I would love to beat the Chief. Christine, you and I both. We are like this, Christine. On the low, that's my worst team in the league almost. Now they're closely getting to be my worst team in the league. I have hated the comparison between George Kittle, even despite his pineapples today. From day one, since he got on, I've hated the comparison. I thought he's better than that motherfucker up there in the barbecue state. I thought he's better than him. They run a different offense. He's wide receiver 1 in Kansas City. George is better than him. But he's always number 2. 1 year he was number 1. He's always number 2 to him. Fuck that. I think he's better than him. James became James basically in Kansas City, week 3. He juked off the wrong leg as usual. Tried to juke off the wrong knee. Tried to like a Euro step, right? Ripped his shit up, left it on the field. Broke my heart because I was in love with him too. He was never the same after that. And then he doesn't even really like football that much, in my opinion. But let's not talk about James. He's gone. But James ripped up his knee in Kansas City. They beat us in the motherfucking Super Bowl at the last minute. Again, James came into play there too. So for me, and then they just curb stomped us this past season. I'm tired of us going over there and they're wearing that stupid that I'm tired of all that shit. I want them to come to our stadium. James's knee is still in Kansas City. The same way Trey's ankle got left on the 25 last year, James left his knee in Kansas City. I can agree with that. I think that it's going to be a score of 13-9, and we better have the 13. Isaiah, thank you very much. See, he knows his shit. That's why Wilkes said, I got the best safety to the best. Yeah, that position. I got the best one in the league, so we got him. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. And subscribe to Tony. Subscribe to CarCast. Subscribe to everybody here has a channel. Okay? So just go down. CarCast says, I hate to say it. Adam Vici is a hell of a GM for the Chiefs. Yep. Everything that they have a hell of everything in Kansas City. CarCast. Yep. Boom. 17. There you go. That's going to be the score. And we'll definitely get Kenny Pickett trying to toss it up to homeboy. They got one wide receiver, really. They got a couple, but they got to score on us. They have to score on us. The number one defense in the league. 3 years running going into this one. Fuck what they're talking about from the previous season. We were number one the previous season. We were number one last year. And we're going to be the number one. I called us the number one defense back in April of last year. It's on Twitter. Verified. Bam Bam LLD. Follow us on Twitter. It's on there. And what do? Became the number one defense. And we're going to do the same thing this year. Ain't that right, Damien? What's happening to you, brother? Thank you for stepping up. Everybody dropping their ages. Everybody's dropping their ages. I mean, the ages. Damn it. My mind moves 1,000 miles an hour, folks. If you haven't noticed that. All my life. It moves faster than my mouth can move. If you can believe that. Everybody dropping their heights. Damien is 5'11". James is still injured. Still. Thank God we wouldn't have to mess around with that Jimmy G. That's a positive note. The Niners get to start out this year. That is positive, but we have just a big of a quarterback controversy as we did for the last 3 years. Okay, boom. So I think that's the other prize that we may have got from shit again. We may have I don't care that I would have drafted him in the second round. There you go. He has a booming leg. Somebody, he missed the 48-yarder. That's what they were saying. Like they had dual kicks. Him and Sanchez or Gomez. I'm sorry, whatever his name is. What's his name is? Fucking Sanchez that we signed from Carolina. We took everybody from Carolina, including the coach. They had like 23, 28, 33, 43, 40, something like 4 field goals. They both went 3 for 4. They both missed the longest. And people were losing their shit saying, Jake Moody, he missed a kick. Blah, blah. Well, so did the 5-year vet. So the Daisy Fresh rookie is doing the exact same thing as a 5-year vet that we just signed. Then, well, Steve, I think we play more of a 2 linebackers. I think we do too. Yep, CarCast, I think you're right. Penicillin for James, and now he's in Las Vegas where I currently reside. Not where I live, where I currently reside. And James is in Las Vegas. He followed me here. Fuck. I waited for like 2.5 years for him. Once that ball dropped on the ground, y'all know what I'm talking about. I was done. That's the day he became James. Once that ball dropped on the ground, I was done. And let me one time for all of you who may be new and who haven't maybe got a chance to see it, or maybe you just haven't got a chance to hear it. People started asking me because I don't call him that. Also, first of all, there's multiple reasons. That's not his name. His name's not Jimmy. I can almost guarantee you that's not what his mother put on his birth certificate. Bet money. So, but anyway, I know it's not, right? His name is James Richard Garoppolo. So my name is Lawrence, right? And when my name is Lawrence, I had an affectionate nickname growing up first of all, because I'm a junior. right? So there was Big Larry and Little Larry. Shout out to Larry Kruger. Thank you for doing so well by our name. So I was Larry until I became 12 years old. When I turned 12 years old, I became a man. So what happened was I started telling everybody, my name is not Larry, my name is Lawrence. My name is Lawrence. My dad's Larry. My dad's Big Larry. I'm Lawrence. But I just want to separate from my dad a little bit, right? I miss you, Dad. I love you. So, you know, all of us, we have short names. Will and it's Dick, right? Pause again. Bill, Rob, all that shit, right? You shorten the name. Your family and friends, your loved ones call you a nickname, i.e., Jimmy. But in February of 2020, I lost all affection for James, for Jimmy. Jake Moody is going to kick ass. It doesn't matter about the kickoffs anymore, so that's a wash. But still, he's going to make some field goals for us. We got rid of Robbie really because he was putting everything to the 9. Every kick was to the 9-yard line at the last season. So, but, you know, I stopped calling him Jimmy that day. 4 zeros on the clock, his name was James because I was in love with him, just like all of you. His jawline, the beard, this in every press conference. He had me, right? And then on that day, I fell out of love with him because I realized that he didn't love me the way that I loved him, clearly. And that's what happens in a relationship. One of you gets tired of being let down and you fall out of love. I've done it twice. So he was 3. And at that moment, I stopped calling him Jimmy because that is an affectionate nickname. And on that day, I lost all affection for James Richard Garoppolo. He kicked a hole through the net. Amen. People are jumping on the comments right now, huh? The Italians, he is not. He wants to be. Thank you, Christine. Christine, preach. Church, Christine. Church. Just like his homie George. James won't even return your phone call. James is not about football. Why did y'all take me to this motherfucker? We can do a 7-hour stream on what on James. And then after all that, he left, right? And people attacking me on my YouTube, people attacking me on Twitter for the last 2 years. People attacking me on Facebook just because I said that he needed to go, right? That he wasn't good enough. Forget the personal feelings. He's just not good enough. I still hate it when he picked Mitch Wisnowski in this year. Yeah, he's been all right. You know, he's been all right. I'm not sure. Or he probably got a new one, a new Vegas honey, a new Vegas bunny, because you know it's legal down here, right? So I wanted him to leave so bad for years. I poisoned my kids on him. I tried to, everything. I told every single one of you, anyone who would listen, get gone, James. He soured me on Subway. I have not eaten Subway since the day, like the first time I saw the commercial. Italiano. His grandma don't know how to cook. Then bitch, get out the kitchen. What you doing in the kitchen and you don't know how to cook? I don't know how to cook. Like you don't cook. You can't cook. Get the fuck out of the kitchen. So I just soured on him completely and refused to call him that anymore. Yeah, Jay. And then he left, went to the Raiders. Maybe didn't. But he came right to Vegas, right to where I'm living. Right, I still smell him. I can still smell him in the air. He's out. He's here. His face is here. He's here. He's not playing, but he's here. Gronk took Jimmy. Yeah, he did. Gronk and Steph. Shout out to the Warriors fans. I know you guys are probably hurting today a little bit because GM guy is gone. So, but shout out to my Warriors, folks. I love y'all still. No hate. Lakers, Warriors, much love, all that stuff. Bebop, shout out to the Ninja. Man, they were asking for you earlier. Hit the like button for Bebop if you haven't already. Bebop, you hit it, please. Big Sis said, I went to that game at home against the Jaguars when we first got James. He scored like 3 tutties. Man, how time Jimmy Buckets. Yeah, Jimmy Buckets was getting in. He didn't want to hold the title. He didn't want to hold the AFC championship trophy last night or the Eastern Conference championship. I equate them the same. I think the AFC and the Eastern Conference, that's the same thing. And the NFC and the fucking Western Conference, I think of them the same. Lakers, Niners. So, 2000, yes, we all fell in love with James after them 5 games, including Kyle and John. Kyle, John, Jed, KJJ. They fell in love with him too. To the tune of 100+ milli, right? Highest quarterback contract ever for 4 days. Highest paid ever for 4 days. Right? So we all fell in love after those 5 games. Then the next year, game 3, rip, left his knee right there in Kansas City. Like I left my heart in San Diego. And then he was never the same again, unfortunately. And then, in my opinion, he didn't try hard enough at football. He didn't care enough about football. I love football more than Jimmy Garoppolo loves football. I know it. And I don't even Jimmy Garoppolo. Lord, look what y'all got me doing. I love football more than him. And I probably love football more than 60% of the roster. But I can't tell as well as I can seem to with him. We were all in love. This handsome guy, pause it all. Someone fell in love with his face. Just his whole shit, right? He's cooler than the other side of the pillow, right? But then we saw him play. Then we saw his affinity for number 54. Number 54 in practice, number 54 in Seattle. He just constantly threw it to 54. I would be watching the game, and I would say, don't throw it to Wagner. And he would throw it right to Bobby Wagner. Almost on cue. I'm not kidding. It's on a live, I'm sure. It happened on a live. I would just say, don't throw it to Wagner. Look for 54. You see 54 engulfing all your passes in practice. But yet in the game, you can't translate that to game action. Can't translate that to game action. Household, he has jerseys everywhere, and I bet you nobody burned them. Nobody burned one. Everybody saying what's up. Please say what's up to Bebop. Jimmy G. Everybody was Big City. We were calling him Jimmy Jesus, Jimmy Polo, Jimmy GQ. Some people were calling him Daddy. Not I. Some of y'all maybe, I don't know. Some people were calling him Daddy. And some 49ers players even thought that they called him a friend, even though he wouldn't speak to them outside of the Bartolo way. Even though he would not speak to them outside of the Bartolo way. But they called him basically their best friend, right? Naked man. T-shirt on the chest, man. Face on the shirt, man. The only males I have ever had on my chest are my 2 seats. I don't even wear Eminem on my chest. I don't know. Jimmy, you called him that. Somebody did. And affectionately, because it still had the Jimmy part on it. I wasn't calling him James GQ. I was calling him Jimmy GQ. He never left his fucking cufflinks alone, his whatever the fuck this is, his wrist alone in the press. You all saw it. He came in there fresh to death after a win or a loss, said the same thing over and over again. Guys battled. And fixed his, you know he did. Bro, leave your sleeves alone. Whether it was cuffs or whether it was the 49ers long sleeve, he was constantly fucking with his sleeves. Bro, are you listening? Are you paying attention? Wiping. This was him. Tell me I'm lying. Who on the audience tonight did not see that one time in your life? Think back. Amen, Tony. Preach. What's happening? Everybody subscribe to Corey Davis' channel as well. Please. Corey, please hit the like button, sir. You know how it works. You're a creator. How you doing, sir? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Happy late Memorial Day to everybody. Hopefully your families are well. He's a mobster, yeah. Italian mob, Italiano. James Italiano Garoppolo. And thank God he's now the Raiders' problem, doing them dirty like he did us. Oh, I'm hurt. I need surgery. I'll get it. I'll get it whenever. I'll get it. Don't trip. Corey Davis is the man, like the Buckeyes. Thank you so much. We do need a barbecue. I think we do need a 90 get together. As said earlier by, actually, I think a couple people, but specifically who I got to see said to me was Miss Christine. I believe it was 71% Trey as far as that goes up front. I love me some Brock Purdy. I was on the train, all that shit, all his little mannerisms and shit that he was doing every time. And I like that. Did you notice that James never acted like that? He just had that one thing. Let's go! That thing he learned from Tom Brady. That's all he did. That's all he ever did. He until he came in smiling when Trey snapped his twig, broke his twig, and left his ankle on the 25-yard line when it was just back to Niners football, right, Juice? When it was back to Niners football, and he came in, he quick releases on the sideline, warming up, and he had the biggest fucking Kool-Aid smile you've ever fucking seen. Yeah, man, I'm about to get back in this bitch. That's what he was thinking, right? Not knowing that he was about to do him shortly thereafter. But he was like, yeah, kid, sit down, kid. Biggest fucking smile ever. This kid's ankle is like this. Whatever. Back to Niners football, Juice. But it ended as we thought it would. He was who we thought he was. Right, Dennis Green? He was who we thought he was. Yeah, never. Thank you, Big C. That's what the problem was. We did it too early. We did it too early. I think we all just jumped the gun. Like sometimes you do in a relationship. Bosa gets the money this year. Bosa's getting paid. Big C said, yes. Yep, Lamb's barbecued. That we're gonna kick their fucking ass. They sold their team. So he waited to sign his deal before surgery. Isn't that crazy? He had to have no. Yes, he knew because his ankle is still in pain right now. He knows it is. Him and Don Yee, whatever the fuck his name is, his agent's name, right? Why do I know your agent's name, James? Because you were all over my entire life and heart. That's why. Because I know everything about you, James. Because you were number one in my number two thing in my life. Kids, 49ers. My mom. Like, you and Don Yee pulling that bullshit. Manipulate your audience like you do chat. Who is that? What do you mean, Steve-O? Are you talking about Jimmy? You talking about James? Fly Jeff out too. Yes, please. They got rid of James because of this nightmare that we all have to suffer for 6 years just to go to a new nightmare movie. Exactly. 2 more likes for 20. Let's go. Butterfly in the building. Thank you, Butterfly. Much love to you. Keeping it going. Y'all see that 2 more likes. If you haven't hit the like button, please do so. I would love this to get to 20 likes. That would be great. Mostly getting paid before training camp. That's usually how Kyle and John work. The two master and Parag, all the motherfuckers. That's how they work. We get you right in there right before training camp and then smooth sailing for your last season, right? Fred Warner had a horrible season after he signed that contract right for camp. And then he went to camp and he went like this at training camp. And then he had a okay year. Hopefully that does not happen to Small Bear. Hopefully that doesn't happen to the Small Bear. James throwing that last ball against the Rams and throwing a pick 6. He did the pirouette. He did the spin. He did the pirouette. We know he pirouettes in the pocket. That's what his main thing was. Black Swan. We had all kind of names for you, James. We can't even do that stuff anymore because you're gone now. But apparently we can because you're never going to leave. Your spirit is here forever, like Evil Dead Rise. Your Evil Dead James. That's what it is. His spirit is still here. He's still affecting our chats, our comments, our seats, our locker room, everything. George Kittle has lost his mind. His mentor left, and George Kittle dropped his pineapple for all of you to see today, faithful. George Kittle dropped his pineapple for all of you to see today. If James was here, that would not happen. But he has no respect for Trey. He knows Brock doesn't like him or his personality, so he just Brock told him, "You talk too much on live TV." We all saw that. We were live here, of course. So subscribe to the channel because we're gonna do a lot of that this season, and it should be fun. And I'm a better play-by-play than Papa. I am. I'm just gonna say it. So James leaves and George drops his drawers. This is like the little kid acting out. He wants to go see Spider-Man. But before you take him to see Spider-Man, he's going to drop his drawers. Can Trey read RPO? You mean, can he run an RPO? We're going to see when football gets started because he's going to be the starter. That's for goddamn sure. So we'll get a chance to see if he can run. Now, if he pulls an RPO and he's up the sideline like number 7, don't talk about him. Don't talk about him. Yeah. If he then it's gonna be pretty ugly for the rest of the league. Jimmy Garbaggio. Jimmy Crap. It was good. Evil Dead Rise is a good movie. My sons, again, I talk about them a lot if you didn't notice, whether they're on with me or not. They have a little bit of a crush. And everybody in the movie, if you didn't know, I'm going to spoil it. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. They're British. Everybody's fucking British in the movie. Everyone. Damn near. But you wouldn't know. Greg House. Whatever the fuck his real name is right now, I can't do it. I love House. I was in love with that show. House DMD or MDS, whatever, the TV show. Then one night he was on like Jimmy Kimmel. And he was like, "Well, mate, the words are very hard to learn. The scalpel." And I was like, "Motherfucker, what? Greg, you're British? You're even better actor than I fucking thought you were." So everybody in the movie is from the pond. And I'll call James Kruger because his nightmares will never go away. Speaking of Kruger, Larry Kruger, he has his new James. That's Brock, I think. Or really, it's anybody that not named Trey. Brandon Allen is probably Larry Kruger's next favorite. First Niner game, I believe, is September the 9th, 10th. Can somebody quote me? Do you think the 49ers nominated Brock Purdy the starter too early? No. I think he was the best choice at that, to be the starter. If Trey was still injured or had to go, if Brock was healthy. If Brock was healthy, then yeah. But I think if Brock was healthy, it probably wouldn't even be a competition. It'd be the Jimmy Trey competition from when Trey was a rookie in camp, more than likely. Now, if he just showed out differently, then maybe he would overtake him. I don't know. But I think that Brock played well enough to be the assumed starter the next year had he not clipped his wing. Had Philly not clipped his wing. Had he been able to step up in the pocket, which is something that Brock Purdy does not do. Had he been able to step up in the pocket, he would not probably have got. And if Tyler Kroft was a better blocker, that's why he's gone. Shout out to Willis. George, we spent a lot of time in the draft on tight ends, bruh. And you're showing us all your tight end today. Be careful, George. Be careful. House was amazing, Bebop. That was I could literally sit on at home on a Saturday and watch 10 episodes in House. It would come on like that on USA Network, and just watch House all day long. I'm that kind of nerd, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It was an amazing show. And you'll be in what day is that on, Bebop? Steve-O, do you really want to do this? But I hate because I didn't leave. Bro, he stayed in the back. Now we're not fighting. The best night offense was a team that beat the Broncos in their Super Bowl. which one was that? Like 86, 7, 8, something like that. I think the best Niners team was my Niners team, the 94 squad when I was 12. Steve-O says he only listens to fit people. Uh-oh, never getting personal. We're shooting now. Who's going to a game? I'm going to try to be at the LA game. That's what my goal is right now. The Inglewood game. It's not in LA. They don't play in LA. They play in Inglewood, home of the Bloods. So, folks, speaking of blood, we all bleed red and gold here, except for, I think, Miss Butterfly. And then, of course, Spongy. But everyone else definitely does. And we all jumped on the platform today, so we're bleeding my blood. So I appreciate y'all. Boom, there we go. September 10th, week 1. I was close. September 10th is week 1, folks. Who will be starting that day? Number 5 or number 12? We put a 7 between it. We put a Kaepernick between them, and we picked the winner. And then, of course, August 13th, maybe James. No, he wouldn't play in that game anyway. He's not going to. Don Yees told him not to play. He's not going to play, even if he, so. But Niners, Raiders, August 13th. Just a week after my son's, he turns 9, the 6'5" one. After he turns 19, 1 week later, we get the Raiders. The Niners come here. We will be live streaming that game for sure, preseason, and we can all get all our feelings that we've gathered up over the spring, winter. We can get them out on that stream, the live against the Raiders, because even if we lose, we won't care. But there's a good chance that we'll probably beat the piss out of them, especially. And thank you for that, Christine, by the way, especially if James plays. So whoever starts the season is going to have a hard time staying healthy behind this O-line. I think the O-line is our weakest link right now. Maybe, even Big 71 is getting up there in age. But I think we do have a lot of depth on the offensive line. We may not have a whole bunch of superstars on the offensive line, but we do have, or Pro Bowlers even, or whatever the fuck. But we may have probably one of the more deep lines in the league. And it may be if the quarterback is mobile, a little bit extra mobile, steps up in the pocket this year, it won't matter, right? And we got the hot. We got the CMC hot at all times, all plays. CMC is hot, not Debo, Kyle. Debo in the backfield running the hot route that he doesn't know how to run because he's not a running back. We got CMC on the hot, maybe JP Mason. Doesn't matter, because you know what we do as Faithful? For all players, we go for the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back. Y'all remember that. Niner gang or don't bang. This has been one of our greatest streams. I'm not even bullshitting. It's not even hyperbolic, or it's not hyperbole. None of those ways that you would say it. Past tense or present tense, none of that. I'm not even bullshitting. This has been excellent. Thank you, George. Thank you, James. Thank you, Brock, and thank you, Trey, for the discussion pieces today. Small or big. Thank the 4 of you. Thank to all of you, sincerely, Faithful. I really appreciate it. You guys help make my evening really, really good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you haven't already. I appreciate you. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. If you're not, don't unsubscribe just because we disagree. That's okay. It's okay. That's what the faithful. We're still faithful to the team. Everybody's their own man or woman. Niner makes it fun. Butterfly coming in with new slogans and shit for the channel. Niner makes it finer, bitch. Get your popcorn. Yes, it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a good season, though. No matter who is quarterback. Thank you, Christine. Much love to you. Pleasure to meet you, miss. And remember, folks, you can jump on at any time. So if you haven't ever let me hear your voice, you can do so. Grab a mic. It's really just your phone, or your laptop, whatever. But thank you to everybody for coming on. Thank you to Butterfly for the new slogan. Niner makes it finer, bitch. Spongy, stay 12, bro. Everybody, much love to you. Again, Niner gang or don't bang. The season is on its way. Subscribe to the channel so that we can discuss all that we know we're going to have to talk about in this. As I'm watching Empire Strikes Back right now, I bullshit you not. In this Niners Empire movie. It's a movie. Y'all be safe.